Hey guys, welcome back to the mill. I'm Jerry, and today I'm going to get started on my carriage raising project. Um, I mentioned it in the last video that I will be putting a power feed to make this carriage go up and down. And there's been several different methods I've thought about, and I've reached out to a few people who kind of came up with the same method I've been hem-hawing about. And I mentioned it using lead screws. I have some lead screws and I have some bushings and I have some bearings. So I have these little flange bearings that are going to sit on top, up there somewhere. I have these little pillow block bearing, flange bearings that will sit on the bottom. I got to build some brackets. I have another electric motor, Electricraft motor, the same type that I used on the power feed. These are very strong motors. I don't know what motor model this is. People keep asking me. I don't know. There's no numbers on this at all. I imagine at the one time where the brake used to live, there was a model number on that. So Electricraft is all I know. So how am I considering doing this? I have two of these 36-inch stainless rods. These are rather pricey. I believe they're close to $130 each. They're 1 in 5 twist. They're 1-inch diameter, 5-inch pitch. 5 pitch. So that means it's got to go around 5 times to go 1 inch. So how am I going to address that? That won't fit on there. I'm going to machine these ends, or I'm going to have a shop machine these ends for me. I have the dimensions written out. So what I have to do is I got to start laying some stuff out and start taking some pieces apart. There'll be a sprocket on here somewhere, a sprocket here, one on each side, a sprocket on it to drive it. Oh, then this will go through this proper flange nut that's machined. To go down on. So that's how it's going to ride up and down. So there'll be a clearance hole through here. It's going to be on the inside. It's going to be lined up with this post. There'll be a clearance hole that goes through, and it'll be sitting down there, sitting up here, and this carriage is going to ride up and down on that brass thread, that brass nut. So the first thing we have to do is we're going to have to start taking some parts and pieces off. Let's set this down so I don't drop it. It's going to be kind of imperative that these are as close as possible in a perpendicular line or straight up and down with these posts, parallel to these posts. Because this is what it rides up on. I can't move the screw too far back here. I want to keep it as close so it's not lifting up on this edge. It's lifting up close to the center or even closer to this post. So I may have to take out that hole. If I have to take that hole out, so be it. Let's see. Part of that hole might come out. I want to get this as close to that post as I can. There's a pulley right here. So that's probably about where I'm going to go down through. Maybe I'll set back a little bit, but maybe right about through there. So that pulley's got to come out. All this cabling work has to come out. This bar is going to have to come out along with these boxes that hold the cables, because what's going to happen, that threaded rod's going to come down. I'm going to run a chain back over to here. So I was thinking about coming straight across. Thought about coming straight across here with the chain, but as this engine goes up and down, it's going to hit the chain. So I got to get around the engine. So I'm going to have to run the chain back, over, then back. So I'm going to need 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 sprockets. So I'll need a sprocket here, 2 sprockets over there, 2 sprockets over here, and then a sprocket to come back. And then I'll need a sprocket where the motor is going to drive Not sure where that's going to happen yet. So let's get some of this taken off. There's a gentleman in the Frontier Owners Forum on Facebook, who's actually done the same, very similar mod that I have. I think he used a drill motor to run it. Like I said, I'm going to use that pulse width modulator. And there's also another guy, but the guy who's on Facebook, his name is Jeffrey Weaver. He's been a big help. I've talked to him a little bit. Really, it's just a couple of screws. It's a pretty simple idea. Same idea that you would use on a CNC machine. Lead screw or ball screw. These aren't ball screws. These are lead screws. And ball screws would be kind of not real good for this application. But lead screw, an Acme threaded lead screw is what we need. And there's another guy named, his YouTube channel is Delco Dave. I don't know if Jeff Weaver has a YouTube page. He might. He did send me his video of this one time, responding to one of my power feeds. So Delco Dave and Jeffrey Weaver are the two guys who've done something like this. Delco Dave, he built his entire mill on his own. Jeffrey Weaver did this with a Frontier. I'm going to show you how I do it, and you're more than welcome to do it as well. Just follow my steps and you'll be able to do it as well. All right, so the first thing I'm going to do, let's get some, let's start getting some of this stuff off. Okay. Nutmeg set up. That's more like it. Come on. Battery's one in my way. Let's get this battery out of here. Okay, hits it with the cable. that came right off. Okay, guys, I have the mill about ready to start laying it all out. Sorry if I don't have the gimbal. Sorry if it's shaky. My camera doesn't have stabilization. It's old. So you can see I've taken out a lot of pieces. Pulleys are all gone. So it is going to simplify it. Check out all these pieces that I won't be putting back on the mill. Only thing that'll probably be going back on are those carriage lifting points and the water tank. All the rest of this should be not going on. Hey, Abby. Yeah. Look at that, guys. My battery wore all the paint off. I'm not calling it powder coating anymore. I'm calling it paint. You know what else I've noticed? I've noticed my motor has turned or slid substantially. It's must have loosened up. Gap. Put my whole hand in here. I don't know if you can see that or not. It's kind of in and out of focus. That's bad. That'll do it, guys. I have it stripped down. I'm not going to do any more today. I'm going to get it laid out and start drilling holes. So I got to make some clearance holes up here, through here, both, and I got to build a bracket. Yeah, we got a lot of work to do, and I got to get those screws to the machine shop. So the next video you see, I'll be getting it all laid out, and we'll be drilling holes and getting it prepped, ready for assembly. Hey guys, one last thing I wanted to mention. I reached out to Norwood to get my shims because I've noticed I'm starting to lean a little bit. I sent a message, I think on Friday. I'd have to look back, but I had a message back on Monday. Yes, it was Friday. So 2 days ago, I got a message back that they're sending me the shims, no cost added, nothing out of my pocket. They're going to do it, and I'm going to tell you, they were quick with the response. So Norwood must be getting their customer service stuff all straightened out. I see Kelly from Norwood's always commenting too. So I think the customer service end of Norwood is smoothing out. You know, COVID took a hit on everybody, so give them a shot, guys. I've been really happy. All right, guys, take care. Have a good day.